Welcome to your favorite podcast, alongside the fellas Garfield Campbell, Carl Kenner. I am Aaron Burrell, and we are Banter with the Brothers. We have a special guest in the building, the one, the only, Paul Guarino.
Yeah,
Sports.
PG Sports, you heard?
Young CT Mogul in the house. What's happening?
Whoa. Yo,
Mogul talk only. That's what
Yo,
we're doing.
Mogul talk. You call me Billy.
big bag. Yo, where's? I thought there's 5 brothers. We got 3.
Nah.
Who else you thinking of?
I read the bio. It said 5.
Hey man, you read it wrong. All right, keep going.
No, let me not dismiss that question like that.
Yeah.
Our cameraman isn't here.
Our cameraman's in here, and
You know.
we are down a producer, so
Yeah, fact.
They got
You got-
fired.
and get fired.
Next question. Next question.
Yeah. We just
I
make
got
sure we
us.
don't get fined.
I'm a lawyer.
But
She
back to
goes here?
basics with the
It's my
podcast.
boy's girlfriend, but anyway, that's
Is it?
besides the point.
That's funny. Maybe you just caught her on the low. You don't know.
No. I'll ask him. But oh wow, we live. All right, cool.
We live, baby.
We live, baby.
That's
Anyway.
crazy.
We haven't been at it for a little bit, but we getting back to it.
Yeah,
And
man.
a lot has happened since the last episode. But first and foremost, gotta take it to a serious note.
Facts.
And say R.I.P. first and foremost to Nipsey Hussle the Great.
Hustle man.
Facts.
Hustle Man the Great. Nip, if you haven't heard as of yet, was outside of his clothing store, Marathon Clothing, when he was shot. I believe it was 5 times in the body, once in the head. He died from the gunshot wounds,
Yep.
Yeah.
and we lost.
We lost a
I
great
think-
leader in the community, I feel like.
Facts. A very positive, very inspiring person. I'm gonna say that on my own. I mean, I feel like y'all feel the same way. That Nip was somebody who was inspiring. He always was preaching wealth, health, and giving back to the community. Not only preaching, but actually doing. Because it's a lot of people who could talk, but there's very few people who could actually back that up.
It was actually
Facts.
walking the walk, and that's a fact. R.I.P. for real. It's just that this is the thing, right? Oh, this one is via Tay. Tay said he hate niggas, right? He just hate
Why?
hate niggas because
You gotta give context. 'Cause
No.
that sounds crazy.
no. I think what he was trying, he ain't giving no context. I think context. I think what he was trying to say was that he hate the fact that when someone's winning or doing well for themselves and helping everybody else along with them, there's always this one jealous person or this person that have some type of evil or like hurt in their heart, and and they come and take away not only from that person but everybody that person know and whoever that person is helping or employing or
Facts.
helping become a better person. I think that's what he's trying to say, that he hate niggas because it's only with us you see shit like this happening, like
It's
if
kind
it-
of
Crabs in a barrel.
yeah, like it's only with us you see this type of thing happening. It's just like, damn, I ain't know, like, if you look all different genres of music, this don't happen nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I think I can't hate nobody for what they do. It just doesn't sit right with me, Like, I don't listen to Nipsey Hussle music all the time.
Did
I
you
would-
listen to Victory Lap?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was one
Thought
of I thought it was one of the best albums of last year. But like, even that album, I can't say that I listened to it more than 5 times.
Really?
No, I listen to Nipsey Hussle a lot. Just what he's
Interviews.
talking about.
Okay.
But I don't listen to his music as much.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like there's been a lot of people who've come out and said that recently.
But like, it's so fucked up, bro.
just touching
Yeah.
on the topic that Tay was saying though. I
Yeah.
feel like it was like you seen the Chris Rock special where he was like, "Man, I don't hate black people, but I hate niggas." Like that type. Is that what you think? That's what you trying to say though?
Maybe, but like he he's been a fan and he listens to his music and he watches documentaries on him, you know.
Yeah.
So it hurt differently for certain people. Like as I said, it hurt me, but like not in the same way of like if I was listening to his music every day, but you could relate a little bit, not only through his music, but like what he's speaking, what he's preaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As you guys know, like I've changed the way I've been eating lately, and it's not. I'm not saying it's down to him. I'm just saying I have similar views on certain things that he does. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we connect in a different way than other people do. So you don't like to see people that you could relate to,
Right.
like, get hurt. And there's also this narrative of, I was on the internet the other day, well, Twitter when it happened, and some girl was like, "Oh, all of a sudden, y'all Nipsey fans, right?" Now, this could be views of people for real. I don't know what everybody thinks in the room, but like, I think that's an interesting take to have on something, based on how sensitive the subject is at the time. I don't know if people consider that real or just insensitive. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I was on Twitter and this girl said, "Oh, all of a sudden, everybody Nipsey fans now." You know what I mean? But you can't like gauge someone's influence just through their music. As I said, I don't listen to his music all the time.
Facts. I mean, as somebody who does listen to his music,
Yeah.
like for example, I always knew about Nip. Probably the first time I heard about Nip was back in 2009 when he was on Killers
With Drake.
Right.
And I thought like, all right, dude could rap, but I didn't hear him consistently. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't hear an artist consistently,
You just hear him on like features here and there.
exactly, you know, all right, okay, yeah, that's Nipsey Hussle. I didn't really know his story. I didn't know much about him. As I got older, I started listening more to him. And like with Victory Lap, for example, I listened to it a lot just because I was doing a lot of work. I was trying to start a freelance company on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things he preaches in that was like, listen, it could be a long journey. It could be a tough journey. But what happened for me was that I just kept going. I didn't give up. So
It's a fact.
that inspired me on a whole nother level to just be like, listen, I don't know where this journey gonna end, but if you keep going, it's the only way you're gonna find out.
Okay.
So on a music level, I always appreciated it. I would watch his interviews. I'll see how he moved. I respected it because it was like, there's plenty of rappers we see out nowadays. Like everyone loves 6ix9ine. Like when 6ix9ine was coming out, 6ix9ine is the hottest in the street. 6ix9ine is hot. Like he trolling, blah blah blah. 6ix9ine got caught up, and what happened? He folded.
Right.
Facts.
But I have always respected. Like I've always said on this podcast, I'm no street dude. I ain't grow up
Yeah.
running wild in the streets. But I had people around me who was telling me, look, this is how you should move. If you want to be a certain individual of a certain stature, learn how to move in a certain manner. And everything that they told me about how a man of that stature moves is something I saw embodied in Nipsey Hussle. So that's
Right.
why I always had that respect for him.
Facts.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot. And you know, like, and every time someone dies, I feel like I repeat myself. That's why I live my life the way I live my life, bro. Like, it's what death is inevitable. It's gonna happen. You cannot be afraid to die. I just don't want to live until death. Like, that's it. Yeah, y'all could look it up and research what that means, but neither here nor there. But that's how I feel. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you feel about the situation, Carl?
For me, I mean, I was listening to Nipsey Hussle like 2012 when I started listening to him for real.
Right.
And I think the major moment for me was when Nipsey put out that Crenshaw album, where it was the album where he decided that he's going to make 1,000 copies
Sell each for $100.
and sell each for $100.
Yep.
And I'm not going to hold you. At that point in time, I said, this man tripping. But then when Jay-Z bought 100 of them right off,
Right.
I said he might be onto something. And so
I saw in
That's
an interview
why-
he said after that he didn't really have to sell that many other copies because you do the math on that.
Right.
You know,
And then from there, it's kind of like where he started off his business, and then from there, watching his business ventures and stuff like that. I was just like, I like seeing a lot of artists that like started from the ground up and
And
was
kept
able
working.
to.
I
And
just
I also saw a documentary about like the actual clothing store and how him and his brother like built it up from like the ground up. Like they started the store out actually across the street, just trying to sell clothes on the street. So it was pretty like
Inspiring.
encouraging and inspiring.
and it's so messed up that he got killed on his own property. You know, like something he was trying to help do good for the community and stuff. But man, it's as your boy Kodak said, bro. Just niggas love the street, but the street don't love.
Yeah. And you ever hear Boozy interview with DJ Vlad?
I-
He was like, most rappers get killed in
In
their
their
own
own
city.
city.
Yeah. Yep.
Before the show, though, Paul, you were gonna say something about Nipsey, and we told you to hold your take.
No, I was gonna also say about that. You guys think it was fucked up that TMZ released the video? 'Cause I thought that was fucked up. Only like the police should be able
To see that stuff?
like that.
I don't know, because I personally haven't seen the video yet. People have told me about it.
Well, I get the videos that people actually took on their cell phones get released. Obviously, that's gonna be a no-brainer. But I'm saying the surveillance camera got released.
Yeah, I saw a video while I was in here
Mhm.
of the surveillance. Right. It's not the clearest, but like,
Yeah.
she do come around, fire a couple shots. Nipsey's the closest one to him. You know, this guy in the white shirt, he dipped, it's gone. Another guy in the white shirt got hit too, but then he came back around and just bop in his head. You know what I'm saying? They came around and like kicked him a little bit, checked,
Yeah, dude, for real.
like he checked if he was dead, bro. Like, I'm like, it's just it's messed up all the way. It's just like, how do you break that to his? I don't know if Lauren London is his wife, you know, but
I think she
Fiance.
is, or yeah,
you know, how do you break that to someone? You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's got a 2.5.
I think his
They have a
kid- I think
2.5
one
year
of
old
his
child.
kids was there.
What really?
Yeah,
I
his
didn't know.
daughter I think was in the store. His
Yeah.
older daughter.
It's nuts. Like when you think too, like the TMZ stuff. I think it's disrespectful when you show any of these people's dead body. Like when X was killed,
yeah.
and they had the cell phone recording, people just coming up like, "Damn, that's crazy, yo! X in the car, he dead." Like, and then they put it
But-
on social media.
Bro, listen,
You gotta understand
Yeah,
though,
go
this day and age, people are chasing clout no matter what.
That doesn't.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I
Bro.
don't think it's right.
yeah.
I don't think any of us have that.
bro, I don't even think that's like the main issue. I think it's a bigger picture. Like, people sensitivity is like slowly but surely disappearing. Like, people don't care anymore. They just want to see it. Like, for example, right? I guess concerts is the biggest example of it, right? When you said, you know, people chasing clout, whatever.
Mhm.
People are actually
Getting
at
on-
the concert, right? And they get to see these people perform, and the whole show they're on their phone videotaping it.
Yeah.
Like
That's when you know you didn't have a good time.
why?
Facts.
You could videotape for a couple minutes and put your phone down.
Yeah.
But
Like,
not even that.
yeah.
Like people getting on the stage. People getting on the stage, bro. Like you
Yeah.
paid your
Money. To
your
watch
money
somebody perform.
to watch me perform,
Yeah.
and you try and get up here on the stage
Now you ruining it. You fucking it up for everybody.
for everybody.
No,
Yeah,
it's true. We live in an age, like you said, we live in the age of clout. Like
It's
people, clout is the most dangerous drug right now.
Because I was actually talking to my mom about it, and I was just like, bro, I think like kids see other people do stuff because on their phones and stuff, and it's so accessible. Like
Yeah.
people will probably like think of us at like 10. You know what I'm saying? We're not on our phones watching.
playing marbles. That's what I was
You know what
doing.
I'm saying? Like we're not watching people get murdered.
Yeah.
Now kids at like 10.
Yeah, they could
and
see everything.
that's some of
You
the
just go on
dangerous stuff.
everything.
Yeah, like I think about all the time, like the next generation. Like
And
they
then-
see all of this stuff.
What I don't think they're seeing though is the consequences that happen afterwards.
Probably not.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I think social media is gonna become like TV. You know, like, you know, when you're younger, certain things you can't watch.
Yeah.
I think they have to do
I
it.
think it's already like that.
You think so?
But at the same time, like you're 10. You go to school, someone else's 10 is gonna be able to hack your phone.
You know, so I'm saying they're gonna have to find some way
To figure it out.
to you know, do some algorithm or something. Find some way to stop certain things of influencing people. And also, whoever is raising their kids, they gotta make sure they put the proper
time and effort.
Time and effort in certain things.
Into values and principle.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And in it, as we were speaking about the other day on our story about principles and stuff, it's it's difficult in this day and age for people to respect other people's principle or even have morals when it comes on to certain things. Like, you see a dead man, you shouldn't record him. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Think about it. If you were there, would you want somebody doing that to you?
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been your brother. That could have been your dad. That could have been your cousin. Somebody could have been.
That's somebody's family member.
You don't want nobody doing that to you. You know, it's just a messed up situation. But as I said, people don't have the principles or, what was it, moral standards of certain things. But yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, it's just like the video you guys probably saw. And the guy was on the subway beating up like
the grandma.
lady.
Yeah,
the grandma. Like,
did they ever catch dude?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
I hope he get his ass kicked. But like, I really don't say that shit very often and put that energy out there in the world. Because, like, as a matter of fact, to reference again to Nipsey, I seen an interview where he was talking about the energy you put out in the world is the energy you get back. So I really don't like pushing that type of energy out there. But you got to be a certain type of low life to beat up. First of all,
I'm talking about like the people filming it. Why didn't they break that shit up? Like,
they should have too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But regardless of the people filming it, dude should have never been doing it.
Well, yeah.
But secondly, clearly he was on something. Like he's just on some shit.
New York,
like,
right?
Yeah, New York for you. Cold place.
Yeah.
Cold place.
Concrete jungle.
Bro, I couldn't even imagine someone wilding my grandmother like that.
I don't even know what my first reaction would be.
Oh, I know what my first reaction would be. I can't talk about it, but I know what it'd be. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't know what my first reaction would be.
I ain't sugarcoating nothing, but that's on me. But facts, it just don't make sense. And it's like, yo, all these things are happening, and you're just like, shit, man. Like, the world is a fucked up place.
Facts. As I said before, Nipsey was a certain celebrity. Like, a lot of times when celebrities pass away, I don't necessarily feel that connection.
Right.
Or maybe it's just because a lot of these celebrities that we have nowadays don't necessarily inspire me to go out there and be better version of myself every day.
I think it's also you don't connect. Like, a lot of people chase celebrities.
Yeah.
I feel like Nipsey, you're not like trying to chase after him. You're more of inspired.
Yeah.
You know?
So I want to ask you guys, like, because I was watching a documentary the other day on Bob Marley, and it was Who Shot the Sheriff on Netflix. If y'all haven't had a chance to check that out, y'all probably should. It's a dope documentary. But obviously, Bob is a very historical figure for any Jamaican and any person worldwide. I think, his music has touched the world. But I set this up to ask you guys with, Nip's passing. Obviously, Bob passed away very early. We've lost a lot of people. Pac is another person personally. But I want to ask you guys about certain people who inspire you, like celebrities who inspire you or kind of motivate you, if you have any.
Celebrities?
Well, the only person I say, like, you guys are, like, I know everyone, the Nipsey Hussle thing is, like, they feel like they knew him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the only celebrity that ever, like, passed away that I felt like that was Stuart Scott. Just because, like,
really?
You see him every day, like, on SportsCenter and stuff growing up, and he was, like, probably, like, the funniest guy.
See,
Yeah.
And he always had those catchphrases.
I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't have cable for a minute, so like that's why. But I understand what you're saying. Like, if it's someone that you see on a day-to-day basis,
and they have, but it's also because there's plenty of people you see on TV every day, but you don't necessarily feel that connection with.
That's
true.
true.
I mean?
That's true as well.
It's a certain personality type. It's a certain, like, I don't know. It's a genuine humbleness because, like, from everything that I have never met Stuart Scott personally, but I have met people who worked with him.
And you could see,
and
like,
they have talked about it, and they said everything that you saw of Stuart Scott when the camera was rolling was Stuart Scott when the camera wasn't rolling.
Right.
And that's what I felt with, like, say, a Nipsey Hussle, or if I ever had the opportunity to have met somebody like Bob Marley. Like, who you see when they're on camera and they're in these interviews is exactly who they are when they're not in it. So, Stuart Scott, any others for y'all?
Dead or alive?
That's what I was going
Either one.
Too.
Just in your lifetime, people.
Bro, listen. When Michael Jackson died, I was tight. I was mad.
So how do you feel now about all the current discussion around MJ?
No, I never believed it, bro. That's just me personally, right?
Okay, and why is that?
he was too powerful, in my opinion. Michael Jackson was too powerful. Michael Jackson bridged every gap there was. There was no gap in Michael Jackson. No matter if you were black or white, no pun intended, but like it's
Facts. Facts though.
no.
Facts though.
No, I know you being serious.
Back in the
I just can't help
it was
myself,
set up
bro.
well.
Yeah, it's
everybody like Mike.
bro. Who didn't like Michael Jackson, right? Now,
As a singer.
singer, dancer, performer.
No. Yeah, so as a professional.
What other singer you know have 50 people
All right,
in the studio singing?
So what you all right, Paul? So what you're alluding at is that
Yeah, you know what I'm
The
alluding
person.
the
Yeah.
person. Now,
So separating the artist from the art.
all right. So we're not gonna look at the humanitarian and nothing like that, right? What?
Oh, he gonna press you now, Paul.
No. I'm just saying. I'm curious though. What in
Bro, I'm
a
just
person
I
in
know
what
we were
way?
talking about this before.
The person in what way?
So I'm
Speak
just
your
saying,
mind.
I mean, just allegedly some stuff. So that's why,
Okay.
allegedly.
All right. For example, right?
We were talking about R. Kelly, and then you said that they got tapes.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Pissing on women or women
On
a woman.
girls. On
Little,
girls.
little,
Ugh,
like
not women.
no, that's a fact, right? Now, as talented as R. Kelly is, right? He didn't connect to everybody like Michael Jackson did, right? And
How you know that?
Were you listening to
proof
R.
it-
Kelly?
the proof is in the pudding. Did what?
Some people might have.
All right,
related
listen.
to R. Kelly more than Michael Jackson.
Listen.
Paul, were you listening to R. Kelly?
Everybody was
Yo,
trying to
hold
move
on, hold on,
on,
hold on.
bro.
Hold up, Paul. Were you listening to R. Kelly?
Yo, R. Kelly had some hits, yeah.
But were you?
Yo,
but
he
my
wrote
question is,
plenty
were
of
you
hits,
listening to
bro.
Michael Jackson as a kid?
No,
You wasn't listening to Michael Jackson as a kid?
probably not. Probably
Oh,
wasn't listening to either of them, to be honest.
First of all, you
You
was
would-
listening to Michael Jackson as a kid,
I
whether or
was
not you
listening to
wanted.
Cisco.
You
Listen. Oh, yeah.
Carl out here like that. Like,
Listen.
his
Whether-
opinions. His opinions on this thing.
whether or not you did it deliberately
My boy
or,
Nelly.
or indirectly, you were listening to him.
You listen to Thriller. I don't care what you say.
Oh yeah, listen to it, but I'm not. You're asking, bro. Did I have that on my playlist? No.
I know. I'm saying you had it. All I'm saying is,
Bro,
but you,
that's dumb. Then you listen to a lot of songs. You listen to Hot in Here.
no, I
Hell yeah.
understand.
Nah,
I
you
understand
did,
that.
yeah.
No. But what
Nah,
I'm saying
you
is this. Everybody listen to Thriller. Everybody listen to. Those are songs that everybody listen
video,
to.
bro.
to be fair, to play devil's advocate here, everybody did listen to like what is it? Ignition, Step in the Name of Love. If you ever been to a wedding
I believe
in
I
the
Can
last
Fly.
20 years, you heard Step in the Name of Love.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
believe I
that's
could fly.
Facts,
What's
but
the
I'm
song?
saying Michael Jackson songs, the ones that he's singing,
Bro,
a lot more people heard.
fact.
Those
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
those
I'm
are
not
those
saying
are
that.
I'm
worldly
just saying that
songs.
both of
Yeah.
them, both
Yeah,
of
but
them
you're
are.
saying-
They're not national.
Yeah,
They
but-
worldly.
There was definitely Michael Jackson fans, and there was definitely
This is
R.
all I'm
Kelly
saying. R.
fans
Kelly
that were the
R.
same
Kelly was
passionate
selling out
level of
like concert halls. Michael Jackson was selling out Olympic fields.
bro. They're just trying to get R. Kelly out of jail to perform in Dubai. Come on, trying to get him out
First
of
off,
jail.
that Dubai, no,
Bro.
everybody go to Dubai.
Bro.
They
Dubai is
tried to
rich as
book me
fuck.
last
Let-
week.
let-
Like, get
yeah,
out of
yeah,
here with
yeah.
that.
Everybody go to
Bro,
Dubai.
they're trying to get him out of jail to
Let's-
go perform.
All right, listen
Like,
to me.
what?
Listen to me. Let me
They're
separate the
trying to
two
get
of
him out
them.
of jail to
Let me-
perform.
All
Hello?
right, listen. Let me separate the two of them, right?
Hello?
Let me separate the two of them. This man had a multitude of ambulance at every one of his shows because what?
Because people would.
Men, women, everybody was fan.
Bro,
just
the
to
next
see
day,
this
the
guy.
next day after the documentary of R. Kelly,
Yeah.
bitches were still throwing themselves at them at the. Next,
That's gonna happen. Bust down, Tatiana. Bust down. They do not care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Until they
Let's
locked
talk
in one of
about
those
PG's
rooms
favorite
for like.
Yeah, they don't care.
Exactly.
They don't care.
All right. You
But
just
what does
said
that have to
it.
do with MJ?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
What is your argument here?
yeah.
His argument was originally Michael Jackson fans are more passionate about like.
No,
R.
no, no,
Kelly.
no,
I
no,
didn't
no,
say
no,
that.
no, that's not the
No,
argument.
you said something around those.
We're saying that MJ is more influential worldwide in a
No,
more
you didn't say
positive
that
light.
either.
That's what we trying
Well,
to say.
Well, if you said that, then all right. But Garfield didn't say that.
Yeah,
What-
aight.
Yeah, no, but
Garfield was basically saying there wasn't like passionate Michael Jackson fans.
I
as
never
there are
said
R.
any
Kelly.
word about passion or anything.
All right, well, I was using a different word. I don't know what word you used.
Well, words are very important.
We got to run that shit back, but we can't do that because you guys don't know how to run this shit back.
We want to run it back live.
Run that shit back, Turbo.
Rewind on, come on back.
All right, so what was your point then?
My point was, R. Kelly is a proven Nick. I want to get all crazy, but niggas know R. Kelly was out here allegedly. No, not allegedly.
It's not allegedly. It's a fact.
He was pissing on people, bro. You know, like.
So how don't we know Michael Jackson was doing some shit?
All right. So what is the standard procedure of law in this country?
Well, I don't know anymore, but
because
I ain't gonna hold you.
who the hell knows?
I'm in criminal justice. I'm passing barely, but
like, I'm just saying.
But no, like really, this is all I'm saying. When
all you have to do is
when
beat
MJ went to court, his cases were being beat. R. Kelly went to court,
he beat them
He
cases.
beat them too.
and now where is he?
Yeah, but he's
Alright.
rich, so watch what happens.
We're waiting.
All you have to do in the court is be able to prove. You have to be able to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
And you
So
have
as
to
long
have
as
money.
there is reasonable doubt,
This is all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you have to have money.
How did
Money
Riley say it? How did Riley say it
On the Boondocks.
on the Boondocks?
You don't know the Boondocks?
I know the Boondocks. I don't know the characters.
The one always saying nigga.
Bro, I don't
That's
watch it.
what
I
I'm
know
saying.
what the fucking Boondocks is. I don't watch it.
The one with the afro.
Bro, people were talking
get
about
the
that.
braids
No,
sometimes.
braids.
Yeah.
Huey, the one with the afro. This is all you
Right,
need
right,
to know.
right. See,
If you looked at the tape,
Is that shit still running?
yeah,
what do you mean?
they need to rewind that because
No,
the
like
Boondocks had bars on it.
the Boondocks have bars.
New episodes or not?
Bro,
It's still like currently
bro,
running.
I have no idea.
You're trying to change the argument here.
No, I was just asking.
Trying to change the argument here.
Go ahead.
It was a reasonable doubt. Without a reasonable doubt, my fault. Without a reasonable doubt
Yeah.
that R. Kelly was in the state pissing on someone.
That's great. You don't think Michael Jackson did some wrong shit then?
No, none of us
Actually,
are
I don't
angels.
care.
I just don't think he molested any kids.
This is all
Never-
I'm
never
saying.
lands.
When it's a 50-50, when it's a 50-50, like, oh, he did this. Nah, he didn't do that. We know Mike.
Bro, I'm not even gonna say anything about these.
Bill
fools
Cosby.
because they're
Bill
both-
Cosby?
They're both fools. Obviously.
All 40 of them women, they was like, he
Guys
did it.
trolling.
There was no one that was like, Bill Cosby didn't do it. He's a great guy. No, R. Kelly. Oh my God, R. Kelly's a great guy.
well,
No one's saying that.
All right, then. All right. Well, we're gonna bring up Bill Cosby then. What do you guys think about Cardi B and drugging dudes and Bill Cosby versus Cardi B?
What is
But
your
hey,
take?
It's funny you brought that up. We had this.
Is
as
that
one of
double
our
standard?
No,
no.
we had that on the show topic.
Is that double standard?
Like-
we don't have video.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking here then? What's your? You go first take.
Do
You go
think it's
first
double
take.
Standard?
She ain't gonna get in trouble now. What the?
You don't
fuck?
think so?
Unless they got proof.
Do you think she should get in
You
trouble?
could say anything.
I mean,
That's not the question here.
You could,
question
I'm saying
is-
it.
yeah,
They
but
got
how many?
proof,
Oh,
then I guess she'll get in trouble.
I mean, but nowadays
All right.
all it takes is 3 men to come out in the past and be like, Cardi drugged me, and she'll probably start
Yeah,
drugging.
but how you gonna prove? You gotta prove it.
You don't have to prove it. You're,
What is it-
you're
what's it
guilty
say?
in the court of public opinion first and foremost. And once you're guilty in the court of public opinion, your dollar starts slowing up.
The court of public opinion does slow your dollar down. That's a fact.
She's not gonna get in trouble.
So, but should she get in trouble if she
They-
allegedly did it?
Nah, yo, she was trying to eat.
All right, so you're going with no. Okay.
So do you think it's an issue then when men do it?
Apparently,
Yo,
What-
this
we
guy.
asking your opinion.
Yo,
What the fuck you mean?
Yo, this guy's safe, bro.
this shit is getting crazy.
This guy's safe. Nigga, apparently.
Paul said, I ain't coming for all this.
yo, I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Yo, apparently, I guess Bill Cosby's in jail or whatever.
Okay,
All right.
all right. Do y'all think that there's a double standard here with Cardi?
All right, let me tell you something, right?
Mhm.
Yes, there's a double standard, but I don't know if you guys noticed. I didn't vote on the poll when we took the poll on their Instagram, right? I didn't
Okay.
vote because my opinion is in a gray area, right?
Why is that?
Because I don't know what situation she was in, you know? I don't know what these guys were saying to her or whatever the case may be. I don't know if she felt threatened or something. And majority of the time, men are usually stronger than women, you know what I'm saying? Now,
Like physically.
yeah. Now, you get yourself in
He's trying to set you up. So you be like, nah, emotionally.
What? Keep going,
You
bro.
can't
I
set
get what
me
you
up,
saying.
dog. What, you
Wait,
can't
let me
say.
just say one more thing before you say. Yo, no one's been safe ever since the Joe Paterno thing.
What does
Well,
that have to do with this?
Just after all, ever since that shit happened, mad shit just rolls out since then. But
What?
It's been different. All this shit.
Who's
It's not that I don't think people are safe. I think that it's just that now
Or
that
it's
we
just-
live in a
or
culture
it's just the
of
media.
trying to out that stuff.
yeah,
Before people just turned a blind eye to all of it.
yeah. Where was I?
Yeah, where did the Joe Paterno part come in? I'm
No,
still
he
like-
was just saying
No,
because
like
like
ever
all
since that
these
shit
Addy
happened-
scandals-
that was like one of the first big things that came out like
with like
was,
sexual misconduct.
Well, was that the guy from Penn
now,
State?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I saw today, with Joe Biden came out that it said he was touching someone inappropriately.
I ain't gonna hold you.
But see, here's the thing. Exactly what I was saying. Oh, go ahead.
Yo,
I thought it started with like the priest and stuff. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right,
Like, not even trying to be funny.
They the worst. But besides the point, let me get to what I was talking about.
Bro, you seen that video though, the priest, and they're like, "Yo, this is the worst job ever."
Yeah, hold on.
Nice.
So,
Sorry about
the
that.
gray area where I'm
sorry.
at with Cardi B.
About
Usually,
interrupting.
more men,
Men are
major-
stronger than women.
are stronger than men physically, right?
Yeah.
I gotta
Th-
stop laughing.
Then I don't know the situation she was in. I don't know what was going on in the room. They might have been all right, cool. If they were soliciting to do something or
So
whatever
Garfield,
the case was.
if the situation is she was setting motherfuckers up, drugging them, and then taking all their bread, what do you think?
Did
Oh,
you see
yeah,
her
she
live? Did you
bugging.
see the video itself? The live video that
did
caused
not
the
s-
controversy?
I didn't see
She
it.
basically was like, what she was saying was, back when I was a stripper, dudes used to come up in the club and be like, oh, like, let me take you home. And she'd be like, oh, yeah? You want to fuck me? Okay, let's go to the hotel room. When she would take them to the hotel room, she'd slip something in their drink. They pass out. She'll take their wallet, take their money.
But like
and
she
she'll
said
give-
this.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like she
Yeah,
said
like-
It came out directly
so,
from her mouth. This is
so
not anybody
verbatim,
else.
that's what she said.
Yes.
Let me find the video. I'll play it over
Yes.
this speaker because I don't want to misquote
Yeah,
Cardi
yeah.
on a situation that's serious.
So my
Cardi.
opinion is like
So you're saying this messed up.
I'm no now. It's not
What
no
kinda
gray
drug was
area
that
anymore.
it does it that fast,
I'm
though?
You're a no that it was
I don't
wrong.
know because
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
like,
drug people. Again, setting us up with these questions. What drug do you do? What drug do you use that knock people out this quick?
That shit got to be pretty quick, though.
Nah, but no. It's definitely if that's what she said verbatim,
she
like
said.
that's what's happening. I don't feel no sympathy for her, and if
Nothing
these,
happened, so I can feel sympathy anyways. What are you talking about? Nothing happened to her yet.
no, I'm just saying if something was supposed to happen to her, I wouldn't
Alright,
feel
well,
any
you guys did that.
See,
sympathy.
this
But
is-
like, yeah, go ahead.
my take on it though is she's not drugging them and like raping them.
Yeah.
She's drugging them and robbing them, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
what I think the difference
Alright, well,
is.
let's
Oh
look
yeah,
at-
there's
She
obviously
robbing.
there's obviously a
I think we
difference.
should make it clear that all the 4 or 5 subjects we just talked about, that all of it was wrong.
What do
in
you mean?
general.
What's why? What are you talking about? What answers are you trying to provide?
No, I'm saying everything was wrong. There was something wrong about each person we just talked about.
Facts.
Except
Hold on.
MJ.
Let me play. Let me
Don't.
play
Oh
the clip
no,
real quick.
he tried.
MJ
He tried
did
to.
some wrong shit
MJ
too.
didn't
Like
do that.
what?
Bro, I don't fucking
You don't-
know, but
Alright.
I
Hold on,
heard
hold on.
about it.
Well, I'm gonna address
pull up
that in
some
1 second
facts,
because I got a
I
point. But let's play the Cardi clip real quick so you can hear it for yourselves. And then
In a statement on Twitter,
Anyway.
Cardi B
not gonna play too much.
Yeah, what
more
year
of
was
it,
that?
But, I
Couldn't have
don't
been
know
too
the
long ago.
Yeah, it wasn't too long because it was an Instagram live video. Instagram live hasn't been around that long, so you figure that you can go ahead and look that back up. But
Oh, this was a reoccurring like
yes,
it's
this
an
was a
old
past
video?
video. Yeah, it was a past video.
Oh,
of her.
the internet stay working, bro.
Never take a day off.
No sleep.
But I want to ask you first about does that clear up the gray area a little bit?
Oh, there's no gray area anymore.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how do you feel then?
All right, so as Carl was pointing out, there's a difference. Now, she drugging and robbing him, still wrong.
Yeah,
Someone drugging a girl and molesting the girl, that's beyond me, innit?
it's
Like,
worse. Yeah,
yeah, like they're both wrong, but
there's levels.
you know,
It's levels.
There's like, bro, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like the way I look at it. It's like, all right, we go into someone's house, we kill everyone in the house, we take their money.
Mm-hmm.
Versus we go to a bank, we set it up perfectly. The bank has to replace the money. Like no one's losing money. You know what I'm saying?
And well, no one's dying.
No one's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just different. They're both wrong,
Yeah, they're both wrong.
Yeah.
but it's just different levels.
there's different. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Also, to go now back to the MJ point,
Yeah.
where y'all were just saying like we know MJ didn't
Yeah,
do
what's
it.
your take
So,
on this shit?
What's my take on MJ?
Because I know I need you to back me up, hopefully, if you're agreeing.
What
You
if
think
you-
MJ did this, AB?
Yeah, do some shit.
Hold on. I'm asking AB.
Yeah, listen, he had to do some shit just because you want him to do some shit.
Bro, I didn't
Like,
watch the doc. Did you watch the documentary?
No, I did not.
I watched part of it, and
Wait,
honestly,
wait. We should also talk about why the fuck didn't people go wild when the R. Kelly one came out and then Michael Jackson?
Because the
they-
R. Kelly one was crazy.
and also
the R. Kelly one was
R. Kelly's
crazy.
also still alive, so
That's what I'm saying.
I also feel a certain type of way about the MJ documentary. For one, because it was made after he
You
was
watched
dead.
it?
I did watch it. I watched.
alright,
I
word.
couldn't make it through the entirety.
So
of
did
the
he do some
documentary.
wrong shit?
Let me get to it.
I need to know yes or no.
I watched the documentary. Have y'all watched the documentary?
No.
I have not.
All right. So
No,
first of all,
they're lovers.
Hey, yo.
Take it easy, fam.
That's not this type of show, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
You guys
Why?
are biased.
Fire
first
off
of
it up.
all, I think that the
Oh,
documentary.
you guys are. I just
Hold
like
up.
that.
No. First of all, I think the documentary. I felt a certain type of way going into watching the documentary, so I need to preface this with that because I feel like there's a different level of making a documentary that controversial about somebody who's not here to defend themselves.
Yeah.
So we are only hearing one side of a story.
Yeah.
There are three sides to every story: the two people involved, and then there's the truth.
Facts.
So,
What if one person telling the truth, though? Then it's only two sides.
but
No, but well, it's always yeah.
But I also think that with the MJ documentary, I couldn't finish it solely because it got very graphic. Like, dude was like talking about how him and MJ or like MJ would like masturbate with him and stuff like that. It was to a point where like I'm like, yo, I don't want to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like I don't want to hear this because I want to run from if it is the truth. I'm saying I don't want to hear this because that's simply disgusting to have that mental imagery of a grown man and a child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I had to stop watching it because of that.
Right.
But do I think MJ did it? I really don't know.
But he did some wrong shit. You just told me.
Do I think that he
Is
put
that a
himself in a
fact? Is
position?
that a fact though?
Yeah, you
That's
just said you just said he did that shit with the kid.
No, I said that's what they were talking about in the
Oh.
documentary.
Oh, I thought you said.
Paul tried to put words in his mouth, man.
Yo.
Paul said, I heard,
man.
I heard AB.
Hold on. Are you guys listening? Cause escúchame.
But I do think
All this shit
that
is
with-
fucked up.
it is. But what I think is that MJ and with people who are as big as MJ, we tend to sometimes forget that they are human.
Yes.
So
Big facts.
that
Oh,
is
now
what
you
I'll
wanna-
say is that
I mean,
Okay.
is that
He
we
ended up
sometimes
passing
think
away.
that because we love them so much and we're so enamored with how good they are at what they do, we seem to forget
Bro, if
that
R.
they
Kelly
can
and
make those
Michael
mistakes.
Jackson weren't singers, like what would happen? They probably both in jail.
Bro,
What do you mean?
There's
They-
no facts that Michael Jackson did anything.
There's
first off, if MJ wasn't a singer, Tito would have blew up. Like, let's just get that straight.
yeah, I really don't know because first of all, it's not a case that I've paid enough attention to, and not to mention, again, now that a lot of the victims are old enough to tell what they say is their side of the story, we don't have MJ to sit here and defend his side of the story, and then to even have the case be brought back up. Like with R. Kelly beat the cases a couple years ago. Now it's being brought back up. He's probably gonna have to go back in court on different charges. But I'm sure that those allegations and those and details of those cases will be brought back up, and he will have to then testify, and they'll compare what happened back then versus what happened now in the stories of it. We can never do that because MJ is now gone. He's not going to come back.
Could we close these MJ, R. Kelly with? Do you guys still listen to both their musics?
I can't listen to R. Kelly no more.
I don't listen to R. Kelly. I had to take him off my
Why?
R&B list.
Why do y'all both?
I can't
say
even
that?
watch.
Alright.
I
You
can't
guys
even
are
watch Space
biased.
Jam no more. He done ruined it.
Why do y'all say
Wait,
that?
wait. Oh, that's R. Kelly. I'm tripping. Thought that was Michael Jackson for a second.
No. Anyway, why did y'all stop listening to
What about you?
R. Kelly, but
All right, so
still listen
the
to
R-
MJ?
What about you though? First,
I never really listened to. Like right now, I don't listen to either of them that much anyway.
yeah.
I
But if it
don't
comes
listen to
on,
R-
I'm not gonna shut it off.
Yeah, if it comes on, I won't shut it off. I
Yo,
don't necessarily go out of my way to listen
In
to
the
either.
MJ song, I fuck with is the Drake one right now.
That's
Drake
his
apparently-
worst song. What is
That shit's fire.
I'm a Drake fan. That shit was trash.
Yo,
that shit was
we're not gonna
trash.
talk about music with Paul clearly because I don't know what you talking about, boy.
Oh my God, I'm about to play that
Listen.
shit right now.
Don't,
don't
come
do
on,
that.
bro. Don't do. Listen.
All right, but yeah. So I want to go back to why would y'all? And actually, before we do that, you just asked me, do you listen to both? of them?
I just said, yo, if they come on, I'll listen to it. Like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna change the radio station just because R. Kelly comes on, unless I don't really actually like the song.
I ain't
Fair
gonna
enough.
hold you. If I'm in a car and someone's letting that R. Kelly play, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, bro.
Yeah,
But why?
let
Why?
him play.
But why would you?
Alright,
Because,
alright.
because
There's
nothing has
nothing
been proven
Think
in
of-
the,
think
in
of
the
this,
court of law.
though.
He's not been found
Think of
guilty of
this.
anything. But y'all are willing to let
Bro,
MJ get the slide.
Alright,
but R.
look,
Kelly
look,
not. So I'm just
look.
gonna ask why.
This is
Like, I'm
Now,
not going
I've seen-
I'm not going to have a beer with R. Kelly. That's for sure.
I've seen multiple people that's in the industry of the music industry say that he's a sick person, right?
R. Kelly?
They've worked with him and they said like he got some weird tendencies and women that work with him say certain things. Even guys that work with him's like, yo, yeah, he did some weird shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it fair for me to sit here and say, oh, because up until like recently, I don't listen to R. Kelly a lot, right? I have this playlist on on my Spotify, right? That's all R&B music. And Bump and Grind's on there. And what's that the song from R. Kelly that held on there? But like, say Bump and Grind was about Aaliyah, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, rest in peace.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
Yeah,
That's lyrics. I'm not.
Yeah, but like,
I
she
We
was
won't
a
be seeing
young
you on
woman,
record,
bro. Like,
there.
Aaliyah was maybe like,
15, I think.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
This is
have,
way too deep,
bro. It's not. It's definitely not. But what I'm saying is like, yo, I have younger sisters. If I'm viewing this the same way, that like he made this when she was 15 and there was allegedly married or whatever the fuck it was,
Mm-hmm.
nigga, that's sick. Like that.
Bro,
that
Okay,
no,
but
hold on.
weren't
Hold
the
on.
one day
parents
you
cool
will
with that?
probably have children. Would you not feel the same way if these allegations were true about MJ?
Obviously, if you think they're true, then hell yeah, I'll feel the same way,
Okay.
right? Because
Yeah.
I'm the parent of my child. Now, who's to say the story's true? But listen, I've also find it interesting that these guys
Mm-hmm.
who've been public about whatever have been trying to get like publishing deals and TV shows, and
Like they're trying to get paid.
they trying to get bread. Now, some of these things were settled too, which settlement doesn't always mean like guilty. Sometimes like, yo, bro, I don't want to like.
I can't go to
I
court
can't be going to court for this
300
shit.
days out to 365.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but I always find settlements kind of weird anyway, because it's just like, yo, are you gonna? If I'm a different type of person,
Yeah.
if I know I'm innocent, I'm going to court.
See, but Garfield,
Yeah,
what are you getting accused by 60 different people?
yeah, that's way
You
too
get
much money
that
to be
Should be a
spending.
collaborative.
That's way too much money to be spending. So I
And
guess
you still know you didn't do it.
yeah, so you just gotta settle. Now the money might have ran out, and it's like, you know what? Coming back. He's dead now. That contract probably don't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So let's try to make some more bread.
All right, I know I said that was the last question, but I got another question.
Right.
How do you guys feel about these Twitter accounts that are like these dead like people? Like, because I think it's fucking weird as fuck. Like, there's like a Tupac Twitter, but it's like run by the estate of Tupac. But I think it's fucking weird.
It matters who's running it, I feel like.
Well, I mean,
But I mean, it's weird for Tupac too because Twitter wasn't even around when he was alive. I mean, like, I kind of
Fair
get it
enough.
when it's like you had it and then
Yeah, like say I know. I mean, the only celebrity I can think of personally off the top of my head is like X,
they
and
still
like X's family or his mother. I think will
Well,
post
they-
every
and
now
they-
and then.
and they
like,
run
his
Muhammad
sons.
Ali's Twitter. But I mean, that was kind of different too because he wasn't obviously using it when he was alive either. But he was
Fair
just
enough.
like they just had it obviously for promo and stuff.
I don't.
The Tupac one just weird to me last night, to be honest.
Because I feel like this plays into the role, though, of us listening to either R. Kelly or MJ. It's all about showing your support.
Right.
Kind of like how everyone's now playing like Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
That's showing your support.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the music streams, he owns his own label. He's getting money off that. His family's going to be able to eat later on in life. You going on the X's stuff, his promo pages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
His family's, that's their way of providing a living. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
a good
cool.
point.
But that's
So
cool. But
I-
I'm just saying, like, name it something else. Like, name it like I don't know, like just name it like Tupac Enterprises or something. Like Tupac.
But that sounds like a
Estate.
scam.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but it's verified. No, but,
Like, but you see what I'm
bro,
saying?
But when
But
it's
it is
verified, then you know.
verified,
Though.
yeah.
If
That's a
it's
good
not
point.
verified, then yeah, I get it. But if it's verified, then you can just change it to something else.
Well, I don't think it matters, right? Because
But that's kind of creepy.
in what sense? You know the facts. He's dead. You know someone else is running an account
Yeah,
that
that's
cares
like-
for him.
But
Like,
is that
all right,
creep?
all right,
Like,
cool.
that's
Look,
what I'm saying,
Look,
though, yeah.
We all got access to our Banter with the Brothers account, right? God forbid I die tomorrow, right?
Oh God.
No, for real. They start posting about me. Is it weird?
No, because it was still relevant content. But once the content runs out, you're not going to be in content no more.
No, because once again, it's just like they know it would be
As-
either one of us.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
As
It's-
long as the show would go on, he would be a part of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
In
yeah,
one
yeah,
way or
but
another.
that's different.
it's not.
It's kind of different.
The only difference is It's like it's faceted, like multi personalities.
Yeah.
Now the artist is one person, but they got their managers, their publicists, all different type of people. It's more or less the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me personally, I don't have any like issues with that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have an issue with it. I'm just saying I think it's a little weird.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to switch it up from the music talk. We've been heavy on the music talk. And get on some sports. Before the show, shout out to T. T popped in real quick.
Who is?
Who? T.
T popped in before he was laughing with us, having a little laugh before the show, because if you watched our previous episode from before the NBA season, one of our previous episodes from before the NBA season, Garfield and Carl had a hot take that the Lakers were going to be
4-0.
Carl
Championship.
said 4 rings.
I ain't
for
say
LeBron's
I
4
ain't
years.
said all of that.
You ain't.
See, I was a little bit more humble. Like I said, because I know the West is like not the East, and the West is difficult to make playoffs, and it's not no easy thing. The East hasn't been difficult to make the playoffs since Jason Kidd and all them guys was over there. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what? You talking about my boy Jason Kidd?
Yeah, weren't you
You
listening?
said what? They were good then?
Yeah, when they were playing for the Nets and the Pistons and.
You're throwing that way back.
No, I'm just saying. That's when the East was talking. You know what I mean? That's when they could come to the All-Star game and actually put on a show. But anyway, I was a little bit more humble in my approach. I said,
first time Garfield, you sound like you was straight from the West Coast.
Right.
Like you said that's
yo, man, listen, I'm a Lakers fan, baby.
Did you pull?
That's when the East was making noise. You feel me?
You pulled the LeBron and was like, not 1, not 2, not 3, all 4.
No, that was Carl. Carl did say 4 rings for the Lakers.
All 4.
It's
Nah.
3 now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wait
with
till
you.
my boy Lonzo gets back.
What I said was we were gonna finish.
We're gonna talk about Big Baller
We're
Brand.
gonna finish 6th, right? And that was too high for me, I guess, because we did not finish it.
Hey, next season, let's go.
Next season,
We taking for Zion now. We taking for Zion now.
If LeBron keep doing that bullshit, you got traded, man.
What? Oh no, never mind. Give my handshake back.
I don't care.
We traded LeBron.
I don't care, bro.
LeBron trading the Lakers. What you mean? Come on now.
First of all,
I'm pretty sure
LeBron's
there's
not
no
bigger than the
trade.
Lakers. Let's not get
He's not. He's not. I was
Yeah,
joking.
alright, yeah.
But
Yeah,
you not trading LeBron.
The 2019.
You gonna trade LeBron?
bro. If I
You
get
want to
a
go back
bet-
to the
yo,
team that y'all had before
no.
LeBron
If
was
I get
there?
a better team,
Y'all
I
wanna go
definitely
back
trade
to-
LeBron.
Who you getting?
Bro, we got a no trade clause.
I don't care, bro.
Who
I
you
just need a
getting?
better team.
Tell me who you getting better than LeBron? The Lakers not gonna disrespect us like this, Brian. I got you. Who you getting better than LeBron right now?
First of all, we're on the same team. I'm just saying.
Hey,
We on the same team, but right now you team Kobe, but it seems like, and I'm team like
Bruh.
Lakers for right
No,
now.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's good?
It's been very hard for me to watch the Lakers play.
What
Why
you
is
mean?
that?
You didn't see Make 'em Dance Lands?
No, listen, bro.
Make him dance, Lane.
You see Make 'em Dance Lands?
None of that matters. We're gonna be sitting on the couch watching everybody else play.
It happens,
But I'm just saying,
bro. He was on a 14-year run. He needed 2 fuel bands to see how long the run been, bro. Like,
no, because he's been in the East Coast his whole career, bro. Don't tell me it don't matter. Yes, it does. Okay.
No,
Garfield. How many
I think
times?
they would have made the playoffs without all them injuries.
Garfield, how many times did Kobe go to the finals back to back to back type? He didn't do it 14 years, bro.
Wait.
Yeah, but he was in the West Coast. He had to go up against Tim Duncan. Who else was over there?
Hold on.
No,
No.
they
It's
had
not
to go
even
against
that.
Spurs?
It's not even that. It's
What?
just like going to the playoffs.
You done got bumped in Jevy.
Bro,
in this
first
bitch.
of all,
You get what I'm
This
saying,
ain't the
Garfield?
West Coast.
NBA is trash anyways for having 8 teams in each league. Like more than half the league goes to playoffs. That doesn't even make sense.
I'm not a
16.
commissioner. I didn't come in for all
Bro,
that.
it's just how it's just how American sports
16?
work with playoffs and stuff.
No, not with only NBA's work. Like
No, I'm
that.
just saying if like
Yeah, 'cause
all
NFL
American sports got
Out of 30?
playoffs, bro.
That's a little much.
I'm
That's
just saying.
one more than 50%.
I mean, what else do you want them to do though? Like, how many
Less.
teams you want? You want 6?
Yeah, 6 each.
So then, how do you get the teams to go? You're gonna end up with 3.
Buy. First team gets a do
All
that
right,
another
yeah,
sport.
no, that's not rocking.
That ain't it.
That's
Chief.
not how we rocking.
Bro,
No,
that's
a
like
bye?
That's like a fan vote again, like with the All-Star game bullshit.
Do y'all like the new All-Star format?
Well, like the captains and then picking the teams. I think they're doing that to make it more competitive,
Yeah.
which I don't
More
mind.
fan-friendly.
But like
Yeah.
as I said,
We couldn't keep doing the East
when
to West.
when I was young,
especially now.
when I was younger, bro. When I was younger, it was I was a whole West Coast guy.
Yeah, this
You bopped
Bro,
Jimmy in
listen,
this
listen.
Yo,
It
how
was
about my Nets,
Iverson and I said Jason Kidd and Vince Carter, all them guys.
Garnett too. I think.
Garnett
no,
was
he was
in-
on. He was
Tim-
on
Tim-
minutes.
Tim-
He was
yeah,
on,
so-
my fault.
Yeah, Kobe, Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't
Steve
fair.
Nash, all them guys over there. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Ginobili, all these guys.
I feel like it was very well balanced.
It was balanced.
Yeah.
When it comes down to like we getting chips, West Side.
I mean, you had Kobe, you had Shaq, you had Robert Horry.
That guy's a winner.
I mean, you had who else?
Whether it's
Lamar
the Lakers or
Odom.
the Spurs,
You had
People don't wanna,
clean
like,
Lamar
put respect
Odom.
on his name, but
he's a winner, bro. I
clean
got
Lamar Odom.
You had Lamar before the crack.
Lamar Odom.
Who else you had? Derek Fisher. You had a stacked team, bro.
Derek Fisher was a clutch shooter, man.
Speaking of old Laker guards, I want to talk about the current one because Paul brought up Lonzo.
Right.
He's a
Yo,
Laker
have
guard
y'all-
still.
Huh?
We ain't trade him,
He said he's
Garfield.
a Laker.
I got some
Start talking about
stats for you
What?
Okay.
He's injured.
about Lonzo. I think it was 16% when he's it was down 16% their winning percentage or something like that when he's not on the floor or something, and that was like the highest in the NBA.
Really?
Bro, listen.
I mean, we was losing a lot. I ain't gonna hold you, but like, I don't think
No,
Lonzo.
he already made a difference. If LeBron's calling for him, then
Did LeBron give him that call,
yeah, they were calling yeah.
or was he like,
feel
"Yo,
like
you need
he
to sign to
didn't- he's
Nike"?
No. I'm talking about he's not
Hey.
gonna say, "Yo, we need Lonzo," but he said it in a different way.
How'd he say it?
I don't know how he said it.
Yo, we need Lonzo. Fuck
Yeah.
you mean?
Because this is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I saw on the gram yesterday he was sipping wine with Kuzma. Lonzo didn't get that invite. I don't know.
Bron was sipping wine with
Kuzma
Kuzma?
girlfriend
Yeah.
fired. Sidebar. But
Who's Kuzma's girlfriend?
huh?
Who is it?
Huh?
I'm finna show you.
Yo, how about my Nets though?
D'Angelo Russell.
Ooh,
I ain't gonna hold you.
He moved from the west side because you know you'll miss with snitches, huh?
I ain't gonna hold you. Can we trade D'Lo for Lonzo right now with the no snitch clause? Like he
Do
snitches,
you
we
think
give
the
him
Lakers
back.
would want him back?
No,
No.
no, he can't come back.
Yeah.
he doesn't want to go back to the Lakers. What do you mean?
I mean, obviously. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying
he can't.
hypothetically.
He can't.
I'm saying hypothetically. Obviously, they wouldn't do it.
All right, look. So
I think Nick Young be waiting outside the locker room still.
Yeah, they'll just invite Nick Young.
Right. They gonna sign him on a 3-day contract.
Yeah. But no, wouldn't like it. But the Lonzo thing, I think Lonzo's a smart player, and people, you know, his dad and all this extra stuff, like you saw from college that he was a good passer and stuff, like
Yeah.
all that stuff,
Good
and
defender as
physically, he's gotten a lot
well.
stronger. You
He'll
know what I'm
get
saying?
stronger again this
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
off season.
So I'm not mad at Lonzo. A lot of stuff passing is like very unorthodox, which is cool. You know, it looks weird, but like
He's a
it-
pass first
yeah,
point guard, which is rare.
that's good though.
But my take on this
Yeah.
though, because shout out to Gilbert Arenas. I listened to his podcast and he was talking about in the first in his latest episode, he was talking about how pass first point guards don't get you rings because you're just passing the ball and then you're just standing there. So it's like 4-on-5. Like Lonzo got to go get a bucket, bro. You 6'7", go dunk, shoot, learn how to shoot.
What do you think would be good numbers for Lonzo?
But
Like,
it's also
scoring
difficult.
wise? But what,
You can't
like,
you can't
over
even look at it like that because you got LeBron on the team. You got LeBron on the team. You got Kuzma taking touches. You got Ingram having to take touches.
Okay, so with all that being said, what,
So
what do
it's
you think
not
would
it's
be,
not about his numbers.
But what do you think
It's
would be a
about the
good-
team. It's about the team chemistry itself. Like Lonzo could go out there and be 0 and like 15 assists. Great job if we're winning. You know what I'm saying? It's all about like the team, how the team operates.
I think you just contradicted yourself.
What?
You just said they're not gonna win with the assist point guard or whatever.
No, but I'm saying if that helps
win
them win. But I'm saying it's very hard for a point guard to just get assists and for the
What do
team
you
to be
think
winning.
Yeah, but he
Lonzo
was
needs
putting up
to
pretty
do-
good numbers.
What do you think Lonzo needs to do numbers wise for people to consider him?
He needs to get
a
his free throws
successful
up.
pick?
He needs
A
to.
successful
He
pick.
needs
Yo, alright, look.
percentages.
Alright,
He
look.
doesn't need actual
Alright, look.
numbers.
Okay.
All right, for example, right
Coach Garfield.
now, Derek Fisher, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't like He didn't have the ball all the time, but he would look for the pass first. But most of the time, because we run a triangle, he's always on the wing for the open shot. Now, he's not a score first point guard. Yeah, I'm saying I think he's like something in between. You know what I mean?
But he's a shooter.
No, obviously he's a shooter, but I'm saying he passed if the ball's in his hand and there's a play to be made, he's not gonna pull up and.
First off, Kobe was on the floor too, so he had to pass that shot automatically. But
Facts.
My point is though is when Kobe got double teamed, you know that Derek Fisher can make that shot.
Yeah, what I'm saying is Lonzo could also improve on a couple things in his game. You know what I'm saying? And if he's a pass first point guard, and he also could get buckets, like it is in nature. Like Steve Nash, for example, right? Steve Nash should get buckets, but I think he's a pass first point guard.
But you're still dropping how many points a night?
You can't be comparing Steve Nash to Lonzo Ball.
You're missing the point.
Steve Nash, a 2-time MVP.
He shouldn't have won
First
one of
off,
those.
he shouldn't have won either of those. He shouldn't have won either.
I was trying to be nice.
He shouldn't have won either.
My boy should have got a couple MVPs those years.
Shaq?
I'm just saying.
Kobe?
All right, they're not in the
Steve
same,
Nash?
They're not in the same level.
You're missing the point if you're thinking.
Comparing Steve Nash at the end of his career to Lonzo in year 2.
No, they are.
No, I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is Steve Nash is a pass first point guard. Yes or no?
So you're
bro,
saying
just put up like 20 a game. How's
He's not a pass. He's not a pass first.
Bro,
How do you put up
in
20
my
a game
opinion,
pass
how many assists Steve Nash is average?
No,
Okay,
but
if he
but
didn't-
I
if he
wouldn't
didn't get the
say that
points,
Steve Nash is a
Is
pass
he's
first.
a score first point guard?
Yes,
He's a rounded type.
Bro,
What?
let me pull up this
Because
stats right
this is all I'm saying. He was getting his assists when they like had to bring the double.
You could say that maybe they're like Jason Kidd who's
Sorry.
averaging triple doubles though. He's
I
all
don't
around
know,
point
bro. I don't know.
to me, Lonzo's ceiling is Jason Kidd, personally.
Well, Jason Kidd was.
See, but this is why I think his ceiling needs to be higher, and y'all being too soft on the
You
kid.
act like Jason Kidd is not a high ceiling.
He is,
Hall of Famer.
but at the same time, he's 6'7", bro.
How tall was Jason Kidd?
Jason Kidd's like 6'4". Jason Kidd just had bounce.
Yeah, but that's the new age of point guards are all this.
Yeah,
tall
they're
now.
just taller.
But this is what I'm saying. Like even with Ben Simmons can't shoot at all. But
That-
Ben Simmons not scared to go to the paint and dunk on somebody.
If he
He's
get
also 6'10"
if he get a jumper, it's
bigger.
a wrap.
And Lonzo 6'7". Jump, bro.
6'10" with a bigger wingspan and bigger. Ben is like stronger, much
But this
stronger.
is what I'm saying. Like I've seen Lonzo Ball go to the paint and get picked off because they know he's passing it. Like if you're a pass first guard, the first thing you have to do is you have to be aggressive to the basket. He's not aggressive.
Right.
I think LeBron will help change that.
Yeah, or you get traded, either or.
No, I'm just saying
That's
this
facts.
season just been difficult for me to watch. Like I remember I used to hate on LeBron, no cap, and then like because I remember when the Mavs would like beat them.
And
Yo,
I
there's a
remember it
video
too.
of me on Facebook like, this nigga, you thought you better than Kobe?
Oh, he was talking
bro,
regulars.
bro, I was going in. You feel me?
But
And it's weird seeing him in a Laker jersey.
this is all I'm saying.
And then
though.
like it's just going downhill. And I'm trying to watch. I'm like, yo,
Garfield.
I
Garfield.
can't deal with two teams not doing well. You know what I mean? I cannot do it.
Stat
My
line for
heart can't
Braun,
take it.
28, 7, and 7. This is his worst season.
Bro, I do not care.
He's 28, 7, and 7. Like what
I
else do you
don't
want?
care.
What else you want him to do?
I want the Lakers to be in the playoffs and doing well. I don't care about LeBron personal stats.
I know that, but like, what do you want LeBron to do about that? There ain't nothing LeBron can do about that.
That's true.
Man, he better pick the earth
Like
up
what?
and start running.
Like this is all I'm saying, Garfield. Did you have the same energy when Kobe was missing the playoffs without Shaq?
See, this team was trash though.
Cricket.
This team trash.
Kwame Brown, bro. You wouldn't take Kuzma over Kwame. Well, Kuzma is not center, but like, who's their center now?
JaVale McGee.
JaVale
He
McGee
was
better than
hooping.
Kwame Brown.
He was hooping
bro.
this year.
He better than Kwame Brown, bro.
But you gotta understand this.
Well, how Stephen A. say Kwame Brown? This is blasphemous.
But Garfield,
Listen,
he's been carrying teams for 14 years, bro.
But the
Give
West
me-
Coast
give
is
me
a
your
different
off.
story,
Give me your
bro.
off.
I think he would have. With this team, would have made the playoffs in the West Coast, in the East Coast.
Okay.
Oh, light.
Like AB just said
Light.
before.
That's what I'm saying.
Like AB said before, if they didn't get injured, you think they'd make it or not in the West?
We were making it,
I
Yes.
was predicting that they would have finished sixth.
but everybody
But
got
then
injured.
like
Okay then.
no,
So
hold
then how
on,
can you say
no,
that?
no,
How
no,
can you just say
because
that?
this is prior to any basketball being played. I made this prediction.
But then
Okay,
they were there
so
though.
that's
They were
before the injuries.
fourth. They were fourth in the.
Man, listen.
What do you
So-
want them to do?
Realistically, all right, we not gonna get anywhere.
I'm
He did
tight.
ask for an apology. Will y'all give him one on the show?
No.
Yo, T, listen, bro.
Knicks is still trash.
I'll propose this to you.
Knicks are trash.
Where did you guys finish? Dead.
And y'all traded y'all best player who was
They
injured.
finished dead last, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, that
And Lakers still getting Zion.
Speaking of Zion, it is March, so March Madness. is currently
minute
upon us. But do we think Duke's fall in the March Madness tournament is probably? I don't want to overhype it, but to say that they were probably one of the most talented teams college basketball may ever see, on an individual talent standpoint,
We
them
forgetting,
not winning a national.
we
championship.
forgetting Kentucky's teams. The whole team left.
Okay, this entire Duke team could leave.
no,
First
them
off,
3 players are
first
definitely
off,
going.
Those 3 players are going.
Yeah.
Is Trey Jones that elite?
He's not that elite. Trey Jones will go to the league.
I'm pretty sure there was one Kentucky draft where they had 4 or 5 players in the first round.
They had
Okay,
6
Duke
players.
could have 3 in the top 10.
And?
Kentucky didn't do that.
What do you mean though? They had a player that didn't even dress up going the first round. He didn't play that year. You remember Enos
Who,
Cantor?
Oh.
Enos Cantor was on that team. He did not play a game,
Really.
and he went first round. What are y'all
Cancer.
talking about?
Cancer, no
But-
star sign.
Okay, but I'm talking about the overall quality of that team because you have Zion.
Only time
We
will
all
tell.
know who Zion's going to be in the NBA.
Who
They have
who is he
RJ
going to
Barrett.
be? Because I still don't know what position he's going to play in the NBA. You
He's
know,
gonna be like a combo 3-4.
bro, 4. He's going to be too small.
Nah, you gotta be like
He's gotta-
small power forward.
Yeah.
Even as a, but I mean, he could play. I think he could play as a 4. First of all, he's strong enough to play as a 4.
You got to
How tall
understand
is
though.
Zion?
He's 6'7".
7. Yeah.
Yeah, he's small
he's
for
also
power
got
forward.
cra-
Definitely no sense.
Okay, but he's got crazy bounce.
That's cool.
That's
playing against
fine.
grown ass men.
all right.
check
I'm
the
saying,
ball.
Give him
that,
some,
yo,
check the
that
ball.
nigga is
give
a,
him some time.
Yo,
He's
Zion
on-
is a man, bro.
Zion, yeah.
He is, but you got to understand something.
No.
He's also
No, Carl, I
18
get where
years
you're
old.
coming from.
But
I get where you're
I'm
coming from.
saying I understand he's gonna be playing against grown ass men, but I'm not saying in year 1. I'm simply saying over the course of time.
I feel like Zion's game's like not that like I feel like it could develop over time, but I feel like people are giving him a lot of credit right now.
People compare him to a lot of times. People say he's what LeBron would have been like if LeBron played in college,
And it's
But,
like, no, LeBron can shoot.
Zion can shoot.
Oh.
Zion can shoot better than LeBron could shoot at that age.
Do you really feel like that?
Yes,
I don't know about all
LeBron
that.
was also way skinnier
then Zion.
than Zion.
Zion can shoot,
And Draymond Green, I just checked it, is 6'7".
and Draymond plays the 5.
Yeah, but Draymond different. Cause Draymond don't do nothing else.
That's a fact.
Draymond don't do nothing else. He don't shoot.
Yeah, so
He
But I'm
just
saying-
comes through half court, dribble. Here you go,
everybody's
stop.
Okay,
shooting now. My boy Brook Lopez is shooting threes.
Stop.
First off, Brook Lopez low key
Why you
had the
always bring
strap.
up the Nets, bro? Yeah,
He's a
That's my
Nets
guy.
fan for real.
trash.
But no, I think I think Zion's shooting will develop even more when he is a professional basketball player. It's not that it could. It will develop more. He's already shooting better than I
Hold
think.
on.
Yeah.
Said it will. Let's hope it does. Because there's certain people in the NBA that if they had a jump shot, they'd be great right now, but they don't. Ben Simmons, I'm just
Ben Simmons, I think his shot is getting better.
that shit basuda, bro.
What?
His shot is getting better. I didn't say his shot was good.
I'll
I
take
said
a
it
blind
was
man
getting
to a
better.
park and have him shoot the 3 before Ben Simmons. What you?
Okay, but Zion can actually
that's
hit
crazy.
threes. Zion can step out and hit threes.
No,
He can't-
I
I'm not
said-
saying he can't hit threes.
No,
but
I think he's a decent shooter.
I don't think he's. But this is what I'm
You're saying it's gonna get better. I don't know. Like I hope it does, just for the sake of like,
Watching what he does.
just the sake of sports, so we could see some great athlete. I hope he doesn't get injured. Nothing happens. You know what I'm saying?
Forget about the 3-pointer. Like, I want these dudes to just shoot better at free throws.
Facts, they should. Like RJ Barrett.
And
RJ Barrett, I
any-
think is going to be a
I'm
very
talking about
good
NBA
pro as
players
well.
too. I'm talking about NBA players too.
he's
Like,
talking
True.
about
Yeah,
general.
no facts.
it's a joke.
Shaq didn't care about that shit.
Shaq's different.
Yeah, Shaq is different. Shaq just physically, you could not stop him. But like I said, back to the Duke argument in terms of talent. I think
Yes.
RJ Barrett is also going to be elite in the NBA.
But you gotta
I think
understand.
Cam
something.
Reddish has the potential to be elite in
we're,
the NBA.
We're
That's
forgetting that Anthony Davis right now. Where do he play?
Kentucky.
My point's where is Anthony Davis right now? Like skill wise,
He's elite, but that's one guy on that Kentucky team. And it's Cantor. Were you going to call Ennis Cantor elite?
he's a bucket.
Anyways,
Stop
but
it.
nowadays
This-
you gotta wait like
you-
5 years.
Cam Reddish, you think Cam Reddish is going to be elite?
He very well could be. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of Cam
You
Reddish.
gotta give these guys
No.
5 years.
No, I agree with you. I
That's
agree
what I'm
with
saying.
you.
Like, because they're still, what are they
They're-
going to
yeah.
be? 23. In 5 years, they'll be 23.
Right? And that's
That's what
still
I'm saying.
very young.
Yeah, but shout out to Zion because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Yeah, no, I don't really watch college basketball that much,
He's a problem.
and he had me watching. So
On
shout
top
out
of
to
the
him.
fact that everyone in this room probably does not like Duke, right?
I don't have a problem with Duke.
I don't have a problem with any college basketball teams.
Coach
because
K
I don't
need me on the
watch
bench? I got
college
him.
basketball.
Fair enough.
like-
I've never been a fan of Duke, but I watch Duke games because of Zion, and Zion is so likable. People sat there and watched Duke games.
They're about to get a bag from Nike.
Facts. They said it's going to be potentially the biggest bidding war, sneaker-wise, for a player ever.
I think
mean-
Adidas has to throw a crazy bag to get him just because they fucked up on LeBron.
I don't think LeBron
I
was
don't know if
ever
you guys, I
going.
don't know if
though.
you guys know, but I'm pretty sure it was a small margin to them. It was like 10 to 20 million difference that they didn't bid on LeBron.
When he first came into the
Adidas.
league.
Yeah, Adidas.
Oh.
So like
you
imagine that
imagine-
10,
let's- yeah, think
imagine
about
that
what-
10 to 20 million right now. What that would have been?
Think about what would have happened if LeBron's were still like.
Oh,
LeBron was
Adidas
still
would
getting
probably be
by
number
Adidas.
1
You think so?
in basketball.
I don't know,
basketball.
dude. You still
Well,
got Jordan. Like people just forgetting about Jordan.
Yeah,
But think
every-
about.
but
I mean, you
LeBron's
a big
sneaker-
ass LeBron fan.
I'm
No,
a
but-
big LeBron fan, but Jordan's is Jordan's.
Yeah,
But
Jordan's
like-
is Jordan's, but then
but
think about
like
Jordan's
Jordan
is
is
Jordan's
under
to that
Nike,
generation.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm
LeBron's
saying.
went up.
But-
LeBron's sneakers been going up every year, I think.
But you
I've
gotta.
been seeing more and
getting
more.
them
Like
and
I've been
shit.
seeing a lot more high
I
school
never,
kids
I
rocking.
never, I've never worn LeBron. I don't think I
But
will
I
wear
think
a
LeBron
LeBron
pair.
shoes are high
Huh?
or
I didn't
back.
say you.
No,
I'm
like,
just saying.
LeBron
people
shoes are
people
true
are wearing
Hooper shoes.
LeBron. Yeah,
Yeah.
people are wearing LeBron shoes,
Because-
but at the same time, like let's
Yeah.
get something
I
straight right
understand
here.
Jordan is an
Yo.
established brand, and Jordans are
Check
going to
the
be Jordan.
feet, dog.
Jordans is Jordans, bro.
I
Stop
get that.
playing,
No,
bro.
I get that, but I'm saying like to our generation and the generation before us, MJ was that guy. So MJ's sneakers have become that sneaker. Just give me a sec. So for the kids today who grew up, the young LeBron generation would have grown up on Bron's being Adidas. So it would have created a more level playing field. I'm not saying they would have passed Nike. I'm just saying it would have been like 75 to like 65.
AB.
It would have been close.
AB, you ever seen people get into fights over LeBrons? Have you ever seen people die over LeBrons?
LeBron is still
'Cause
LeBron is still an active player though. People wasn't fighting like that over Jordans when Jordan was still actively hooping.
This is all I'm saying. How many players are wearing LeBrons while playing LeBron? How many people are wearing Jordans while playing Jordan?
Plenty.
No.
What are you talking about,
More
bro?
players are wearing the newer sneakers, not the Jordans. They don't like the Jordans to play.
I'm not
in.
talking about right now. I'm talking about when
Back
at
in the
playing
day.
He
time
said
versus
when Michael
right now.
Jordan was playing, how many
people?
players were actually wearing
Well,
his
I don't know.
sneakers and
I
how
don't
many
know
players?
that.
Everyone.
Everybody was wearing
Everyone.
sneakers.
MJ would go to the bench and just be like, "Why y'all rocking my
Bro, they
shoes?
only
Y'all about to
had-
get."
They only had those. They didn't have as many options as they do now.
All right, listen.
That's a fact.
It's all.
That's
all right.
true.
No,
That's a
no,
good point.
There's more sneakers now. Fact. Now,
And you know what they've been rocking a lot? Non-biased, but they've been rocking the Paul Georges a lot. I've been seeing everyone wearing those now. I don't know why.
I don't even know what those look like. No
Same.
cap.
Yeah, but everyone's wearing it. If you,
What
yeah,
they look
because-
like? No,
I mean, you can't tell because they got Nike sign on them.
no, like not even trying to be funny. Like, what
Yeah.
are they though?
I don't know
No,
what they
there's-
look like.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
no.
thinking of the PlayStation ones.
Yeah,
Is
those
that
ones.
those?
No, but I'm saying a lot of players are just wearing them in general. Like I noticed, you can't tell that they're his because there's no like that much branding of him on there. You know what I mean?
So now you know it's his.
Because like I know now because I looked them up. A lot of people are wearing them. You'll see now.
Listen, I don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, LeBron definitely, his level is up there as far as his sneakers are selling and stuff. But I don't.
And I'm pretty sure Adidas also passed Nike, but that was with the Kanye shit. That's how they got past Nike for like a minute. It was like a minute.
You're talking to Kanye, biggest fan over here. You just
Oh my god.
Yeezy
Well,
jumped,
all right, so imagine they had Kanye and LeBron right now.
Yeezy jumped over the
Imagine
jump.
if there was a
man.
Kanye LeBron collab.
But hold on, you gotta also realize who else
I ain't gonna hold you.
who else Adidas has, bro.
Harden? Is Harden Adidas?
Yeah,
Messi?
Harden, but Harden's not popular like that. Harden's not popular like
Bro.
that outside of basketball.
They have Messi, bro.
Are those
So we're
cleats though, or
talking
like
about-
shoes?
we're talking
No, I'm
about-
just saying,
not even
Just
trying
as
to
a
be funny.
brand,
Bro,
Adidas.
What does he
Under
sell
Armour-
though?
Messi's,
Yo, guys,
Messi
guys, guys.
still isn't marketable.
Under
right
Armour
now,
one year, I
so-
think it was-
Ronaldo is more marketable than Messi because he.
Under Armour in 2016, I think, had all 4 MVPs of all 4 major leagues. Like
Yeah, they had Steph Curry, Bryce Harper, right? Wasn't it like that? Something like that.
Carey,
That's
Carey
cool.
Price.
Steph's
Everybody
shoes still
rock-
look like orthopedics back then. Like, ain't nobody buying them.
Everybody rocking those.
Yeah.
And Cam Newton.
Anybody?
Oh,
Only
yeah,
thing
yeah.
Under Armour rock is the actual
Shirts,
the shirt. They keep me warm, innit?
It's crazy how like they really kind of revolutionized that market. Cause like I feel like nobody
Under
was
Armour
really,
is like a shirt when I think of it. Like
Yeah.
you're like, yo, I'm wearing some Under Armour today.
people think of
Yeah,
like
it's
the
shirt.
facts. Anyway, solid discussion on that. Real quick before we get out of here, I want to talk about some movies. Have y'all seen Us?
I think I'm the only person that's seen it.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I have not seen Us.
Nah,
I
I
saw
didn't.
Captain
man.
Marvel.
So we can't talk.
Oh,
about
we
it.
can talk about Captain Marvel too.
I haven't seen Captain.
I went
Marvel.
to sleep on it though.
What?
I'm joking. I seen
fell
it.
asleep in it?
I went to sleep the first 2 times.
So you saw
How
it
many
3
times?
times.
Yo, they got it on the Fire Stick.
Hey
The
man,
Us movie?
don't put the plug out there like that. Don't put the plug out there. First off,
Wait, you fell asleep purposely?
nah, I was
Or by
knocked
accident?
out. I was
Oh,
knocked
okay.
out
I
twice.
was like,
It was a good movie. I was just tired both times.
True.
But you know, first off, what I want to talk about though is I actually went to the movies this time, boys. See,
Hey!
I actually went to the movies this time.
Hey!
To see
Hey,
Us.
round of
guess
applause.
what?
Round of applause.
Hey,
Round of
guess
applause.
what?
Right?
I don't know if you guys know, but last February when Black Panther came out, Carl bootlegged it. He wasn't allegedly. He wasn't holding down for the culture that day.
Let
but
me just say this though.
yeah.
When I went to that movies, you know what I'm saying, I paid my $12. You know what I'm saying? I sat in my chair and I waited my 2 hours, and then when I left, I said I'm never coming back here again. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Keep Hill, I need my fucking bread, because that shit was trash.
Oh,
I'm gonna say my movie take. It wasn't a bad movie, but bro, I really wish I had my $12. I ain't gonna hold you.
Really?
Yes, that's how I feel.
I feel like that movie was good. I'm not gonna hold you, but I also saw it for free.
Yeah.
So-
Time out. No, he bootlegging the
Nah, I
movie.
didn't-
No, hold up. He's stunting. He's
So
stunting.
I got.
AB stunting, bro. Premiere vibes?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nah.
Oh, he just
Big stunt.
flexed on me. Flexed on me.
Yeah.
Yo.
So is a movie better when you see it for free?
Yes.
Obviously.
Is it
Yes.
anything better when you get it for free?
Yeah.
Always.
All right. But you said it was good because you said one reason why because it was free too.
Nah, not only because it was free. I think, first of all, I think it's a very confusing movie. The more I have talked to people about it, the more I've realized how much I actually did like it.
See,
But I didn't necessarily love I don't know. I feel like there should have been maybe like an extra 15 to 30 minutes of the movie. But I think that the movie itself was actually like, there were a lot of like hidden messages and things that people missed.
Yeah.
But-
Hit message.
this is me though.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Oh, I didn't understand this. I didn't understand that." I understood the entire movie, and then after the movie, I sat in the lobby and explained it to like 10 people that was sitting behind me, and they were like, "Oh," and I was just like, "Bruh, this movie's not that complicated." Like, I don't know, AB. I didn't feel like the movie was that complex.
Maybe big
I-
ass head.
I think the movie was complex.
You thought it was that complex?
Yeah, because the entire movie, you're thinking it's one thing, and then you're realistically rooting for.
Yo,
Like, not even
Yo,
joking,
yo, no,
AB.
no,
Like
yo,
the first, you go.
no funny stuff. I respect y'all right now because y'all not even trying to ruin the movie.
No,
for
we
me.
we not those type of guys.
My
Like
guys,
that's just
my
that's
guys, it is. Yeah. That already not.
AB's that kind of guy.
Fuck no.
Why?
AB, just think of this, like 30 minutes to 45 minutes in, I knew how this movie was gonna
Alright,
play.
Did you? Because I thought
Yes.
the exact opposite.
I'm sorry.
Oh
That's
wait,
just
wait.
me.
You knew how it was gonna end or you didn't?
I just knew how it was gonna
I
end.
like when the
That's crazy.
I
I thought
like-
it,
I like
it
when
threw me
movies
for a
are-
complete loop.
I like when the movies are you can't tell what's going on.
That's how I felt.
But I
about
think
Us,
when we
but
get
we
older,
got-
we notice more things too. In general.
What-
I didn't
I'm
see the
just
movie.
I like really like
You're a very safe guy, you know, Paul.
watching
Don't take
movies.
no
I don't
leaps.
know.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
You just. Oh shit! No, I wasn't.
What are you saying?
No, never mind.
Yeah, you better say never mind.
Never mind. Yeah, you got it.
Y'all watch Us. You know,
Wait, so
once
would
once
you-
y'all watch it, you know what I'm
So-
saying, we'll talk
so
about
would
it.
you recommend it or not?
You can watch it for free.
I would
tell you recommend it for free.
I would recommend it.
Carlos says
I don't even
watch
like.
it if you
I don't
get it
even
for
like
free.
horror movies.
What channel?
It's
Let's
not.
be honest.
But would you
It's not really necessarily.
would you
a horror movie.
categorize it as a horror movie?
All right, AB, would you go see it again and you have to pay?
I wouldn't necessarily pay to go see any movie twice. To be honest with you,
No. First time,
Sure.
would you pay to go see
I
this
said I wouldn't
movie?
really pay to go see a movie twice.
No. First time. If this was your first time and you were going like in their shoes, are you paying the $12 to go see it?
Well, I mean, like with hindsight, it's a great thing.
No.
He saw it already, but like, I would go
would've
support
because
it
because I would have supported.
because the last movie he put out was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I think it comes in the Get Out like sphere? No.
Yeah, it's its own.
But
it's its own atmosphere.
I also think that a lot of times we go into like, especially when somebody comes out and has such a huge first smash hit, you come out being like, the second one gotta be better than it.
No, you know,
So when the fact that it didn't measure to that, we're like, well, fuck that movie.
and that's
So
the
what
thing, though.
you're saying it didn't make it to Get Out?
I don't think it made it to Get
Wait,
Out,
was
but
it
I
a
still think it
sequel?
was a good movie.
Okay.
Yo, but this is what I'm saying though. Like, Get Out, the concept of Get Out, and like how many times that story been told on camera.
Very
Like,
little.
You know what I'm saying? So like you're like, oh,
But this story also has not been
It's-
told very
yeah.
often.
that's good too. But when certain stuff is more relatable than other stuff,
Yeah, that's the
it's
thing.
it's
I think
it's gonna be way better because
I think
that's how art is. Period. So if you could understand a lyric more than another lyric, or you can understand the plot of a movie than another plot, then you're like, oh yeah, this movie's way better because you can relate or you get it more. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
I feel like the actual like that
Yeah.
the actual I forgot how you try to explain where it's like the actual
like, plot?
the relatability of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like the relatability of it isn't that far off from Get Out, but I
yeah.
feel like
that's true.
the explanation is what I feel
Yeah.
like they were writing the movie and they said this is good enough that this is going to sell first week. Let's
think,
leave it.
Yeah, I think the difference is in Get Out, they made sure that you left the movie with 0 questions. I think in Us, they made sure that you left the movie with questions.
Maybe that was done deliberately. Maybe it's a
And that's what I think.
conversation that needs to be had.
Okay.
I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah,
But
I'm just saying.
That's what
Yeah.
I think, and that's why I like the movie because I think that was his intention, and he did that. Because when I saw it, it was a bunch of people from work. We all like got a chance to go see the movie.
Y'all have an
And
extra
everybody-
ticket.
Couldn't hit a nigga up.
It's crazy about
You had to
bro.
be. You had to be.
Yeah, you had to be us, right? NBC. Hey, boy, I've been dropping. You know what? I missed that.
But because we all left, and the next day everybody was talking to each other. But what do you think about this? What do you think about that?
Yeah.
So if that was your point, you hit
Great.
it. You hit the nail
Great
on the
movie.
fucking head.
Great movie.
So
Yeah.
that's why I think, yeah,
Well, and that's always good when you could leave a movie with some questions
yeah,
if that's what's meant to happen.
especially a horror movie.
And what you guys think about him saying that he don't have any
We get don't,
any
don't
ne- any need to have a white lead in his movies.
I think he's a director. He could do whatever the hell.
No,
he
no, I'm
wants.
just saying.
Yeah, that's how I think.
No, me personally, I think good on him. You know what I'm saying?
Are you trying to ask
I don't want to ruin the
No.
movie. I don't want to ruin the
No,
movie,
you be
but like he
answering.
said that. But like I felt like it was still like
It's not like he didn't. He's not gonna cast white people. I think there
No,
was,
I'm
I think there
saying
were certain
the
people who
main
took it-
character in there.
I understand
won't-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the lead
I don't
up
think
of
anything of it. I think that there were people I saw who were like Jordan Peele is racist. He doesn't like white people. And first of all, he's half white. Second of all, his wife is white. So
People
Listen,
just don't think sometimes.
Bro, you can say anything about anything.
No,
that
I'm
was
saying-
deep.
no,
Oh, what?
no. The reason I bring it up is because Hollywood is notorious for being racist, bro. Towards not giving black people lead in major movies.
Until that
Certain-
Black Panther started making
certain
money, you know what I'm saying?
certain films being called black films instead of just a movie or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. I'm just saying
Like
I-
AB said, the director can do whatever he wants.
that's cool, but I'm saying the director is a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the director isn't being blackballed like Spike Lee or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that always made a black person there leading a movie. I'm just saying I think it's an interesting point. I think it's good for the culture of movie making.
Yeah, there needs
Yeah.
to be more diversity in Hollywood.
Yeah, which is good.
It's coming slowly, but it needs to. It'll keep going. Before we get out of here, though, want to talk
It's getting hot in here.
to Paul real quick.
No pun intended.
Paul, you do have a podcast. Let the people know about your podcast as well.
Yeah, so I have a podcast coming up a year, actually. April 5th. I made the first... Oh, shit, it's April 2nd. I made it about a year ago called Average to Savage, interviewing people from athletes, celebrities, entrepreneurs, whoever, pretty much. Rappers. I got some rappers on there, too.
And what is
Not
the
even
premise
big yet.
behind it? What is the premise behind Average to Savage?
So basically, just your journey from where they started out to what are they doing now, pretty much.
Okay.
We get this name. Is this this is your name? Average to Savage? Is this your
His journey.
AKA?
That's my podcast.
No, I'm just saying. Where
How'd
did
I
you
get
get
the
the name?
Oh,
Av-
I just had to do some, just figuring out some names.
Oh, you just
Wordplay.
Just
Savage.
wordplay?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I see you. Rhyme
Hey,
Call him
schemes.
Wordplay Paul.
You probably didn't check it out yet, but AB is the intro and the outro. Or no, the intro. Or maybe you're the outro too. I forget.
I did. I don't know. You
Yeah,
tell
say
me.
it.
I know. I know. I did the intro part.
Yeah. No, maybe just intro.
Yeah.
You check it out yet?
No, I did
Fraud alert.
not. Listen. I'll be busy, bro.
No, you're not. That's a perfect. This is a Wait. We're going to sound off right now. Busy. That's the word that people overuse and you shouldn't be using because no one's really busy. Like I got doing a million things. AB hits me up, I'll answer.
All right.
You hit me up, I'll answer you. Your girl hits me up, I'll answer.
Damn, he hit you with one of your own lines,
I'm
bro.
on my own line.
He been listening.
He been listening. All right,
Bro, you're not busy.
I am busy. You
No,
cannot
you're
tell
not.
me I'm not busy. Yes, I am.
You're 8.
What?
What?
What does that mean?
You know what that means.
Year 8?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You know.
Go on, speak on it.
You know.
What does that mean?
All right. So what are you busy? Let's do the Garfield rundown in the day.
All right.
Man said, list your schedule.
So you want me to?
Yeah, run it down. Typical
Alright,
day
alright.
at Garfield right here.
Now for the past.
Pressing you on why you don't listen to this podcast.
Now hold on. Let me
No,
get
I'm
the
just saying,
math
he's
right.
saying he's
No,
busy.
I
you
am
have to be
busy.
really busy to not be able to press play. Like, you gotta be really
listen. I
busy.
don't listen to podcasts during the day on
Alright,
my
so
way
just
to
say-
work.
alright, so then why don't,
No.
So why do
Listen.
you keep
Listen.
it
No.
100
No.
and say you just
What's today's
don't wanna
date?
listen to it,
What's
or you
today's
don't
date?
Listen to podcasts.
Today is the 2nd of
let's do-
August.
what is
Oh,
it?
he got the calculator out.
No,
What does that mean?
the second.
Yeah.
Here we go.
March at 31st days, right? Boom. 2. All right. So the past,
3.
all right. So the past 92 days, every day I wake up, depending on what time I go to work, I run a mile or two. Now,
Perfect opportunity to listen to podcasts.
I don't listen to podcasts when I'm running.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, it's just
Yeah.
not what motivates me to run.
Dang.
Bagaman talking in my ears, you know what I'm saying? It's just not what motivates me to run. But anyway, for example, this morning, right? I haven't run today
I
yet.
just want a quick rundown. Like you're going.
No, I'm not. No, I'm telling you, for the
I
past
wanna-
92 days, I've been running every day.
Find out about all 24 hours now.
Yeah. You asked me, I gotta break it down. You know what I'm saying? This morning, I had to be at work at 8. That means I have to wake up at 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
Wake up at 6 o'clock, shower. Also a vegan. Means I gotta cook my food every day. Cook my food. Leave for the train.
Oh, you asked this question.
Listen.
You gotta listen. You asked this question.
Listen.
You wanted to know why he didn't listen. Now you're gonna find out.
Leave my house about 7
Way-
o'clock.
Way too many excuses already.
No, this is a facts. Leave my house about 7 o'clock. Get to the train station for the 7:26 train. Get to work for 8 o'clock. I'm not on my phone when I'm at work. If I'm on my phone, I make a phone call or text somebody. You could ask people in my group chats, people, whatever. Usually I'm silent for a while. Today, I got out what time? 4 or something. Took the train down here while I'm listening to music, not listening to podcasts. Got home, get into the house, heat my food up. Carl said he's outside. I'm like, shit, I gotta go. And now we're here. You saw me eat my food, right?
So this kid had opportunity.
Is that a yes or no answer?
Did you see me eat my food? Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yes, I saw you.
Yeah,
eat food.
yeah. And I don't listen to podcasts while I'm doing that stuff.
So you do have time for a podcast?
No,
Yes, you do.
I didn't
You
have
just
time to listen to it.
Yes, you
No.
did.
And the weekends I'm turning up, so I don't got time for nothing else.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for who?
We'll leave it at that. Because
Yeah,
All right.
Blueface.
your girl blue face.
Hey.
If you get it, I blew on her face.
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna hold you. You didn't
bars.
care if
I
listened.
thought you were.
You're not even gonna sell to Paul or to Carl
So what?
the podcast. Why?
He didn't even. He don't even want my listen. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh no, because I've been asking Garfield for a
No,
while.
but I said I'm
I just met
trying,
Carl today. Infamous
trying,
Carl.
trying to listen
Hey,
to
man.
it. I got you though,
I'll
bro.
listen.
Ain't no
I like
nothing.
listening to podcasts, Paul. What's the
Alright.
podcast name?
Average to Savage.
I'm joking.
listening?
I heard you. I heard you.
Favorite episode you've done?
I can't do that.
What do you mean?
Why you
Y'all
so
got a
safe,
favorite-
bro?
I have to be safe. 'Cause
Everybody got a
I feel
favorite
like
episode.
this podcast. I'm probably gonna have to ask AB to like delete it one day. Like when I make it and then they like like someone's gonna pull some shit and be like, Paul said some shit about like Cardi B, Michael Jackson, and fucking
Paul,
R.
trust me.
Kelly.
I know you. This podcast ain't gonna be the reason.
It might be one
Right.
of them. Might be one of them.
Shooter.
All right. Well,
It's funny that you look around like that. That's crazy.
He said where? He said we
Duck.
ducking and no.
Duck.
Anyway, Paul, go ahead and plug the social handles for PG Sports. Let people know a little bit more about the brand. Let people know where they can find you. Go ahead.
I'm burnt out from.
You told me this was gonna be your number. This was gonna be our most listened podcast.
Still gonna be
like
most
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
It's gonna be most listed. It's gonna be most listed. But yeah. Anyways, at PG Sports, at average, or actually at AVG number 2 SAV. So like average savage.
Okay. Okay. I see you.
Garfield ain't gonna follow though. Actually, he already followed back. Though.
Oh, yo, why you trying to get me with the griminess, bro? I just hadn't had time, man.
I need to find Carl on IG.
I don't got the Daytona,
now.
so I don't got that much time.
Oh my god, dude!
And-
you don't have time.
I just told you I don't got the Daytona, bro.
And what about PG
Time is
Sports?
not a luxury
let people
for
know
me.
about PG Sports real quick. For those who might not know who listen to this podcast, let them know about PG Sports.
Yeah,
Yo, I
what
think
do you?
my ears are red right now. It's like hot, but yeah. So PG Sports, yeah, I created it back in 2011 when me and AB were in school. Garfield was probably still here too, but he didn't. We don't know.
Nah, I wasn't there then.
Yeah, you were there a year later.
Yeah. I just don't, I pay for my own tuition, so
So
I know that works for other people.
don't worry, I'm in debt forever. AB knows. So anyways,
I'm not trying to do all that.
So anyways, yeah, PG Sports created in 2011. Started as a Twitter page, converted into apparel brand from getting some athletes via social media to wear my stuff. And now I'm doing more media, as you said, podcasts and marketing, stuff like that.
Okay.
It's dope though. Definitely dope.
See you out here.
We support
I'm
you.
out here not busy, so you guys can hit me up whenever. Feel me?
Yeah. We support you, even though I'm not listening.
Yo, hold up. Another podcast I'm coming out with. No, I'm not coming out with. I got interviewed for a podcast. You guys got to listen to that one, because then you'll hear some real shit. Not this we're talking
he
about.
ain't just coming on our whole
Right.
podcast.
Oh,
While
nah,
being
yo,
on the podcast.
cut his mic, yo. Cut his mic.
Who this man think he
Cut
is?
his mic.
No, I'm saying because it was an interview. We were just talking about random shit tonight.
So what we? Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about they were interviewing me, not like.
Oh.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah. That's.
We're talking about.
Well, I
like
guess
top
that's the
five-
difference.
I'm not saying it was.
No, I understand what you're saying. I guess
Okay.
that's the difference with us. It's like just having a regular conversations,
No, I wasn't-
like.
So
no,
you
I'm
just
saying-
pulled up
No,
and kicked
I'm
me
talking
out the
about.
crib.
I'm going back to the busy shit where I explain why I hate when people say they're busy. I gotta literally take sound bites from that one and chop it up.
But that's a fact, though. I gave you
What?
step by step.
Bro, you're not that busy, bro. You just told me you go to work every day.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm cooking every day.
Yeah.
I'm running every day.
Bro.
These things take time. What do you mean, bro?
It's not busy enough.
Well, I don't know what you. I am busy. This Garfield Campbell is a busy guy. Okay.
Well, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So
Well,
Fair
Oh, so he's busy now.
Paul's busy.
Well,
I'm busy.
Busy.
as that is,
Busy. I'm
that-
so busy.
that is all we got for you this week. We appreciate you rocking with us this long. We are Banter with the Brothers.
Yo, shout out to Buju, yeah? Shout out to Buju. Yeah,
Buju
Buju free.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know who that is. I'm shook. I ain't gonna hold you.
Buju Banton.
Should he be free?
Yeah.
All right, free Buju then. Free Buju.
Yeah.
We out. We appreciate you rocking with us. This is Banter with the Brothers.